How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and today we're going to be talking about SOS and we're going to be talking about EBON as well. But before we get into those videos, let me put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So just make sure when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. So what is the agenda for today in this video? Of course, before we get started, we're going to be taking a look at the action in regards to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and as well as what's going on with Dogecoin. After we do that, then after we're going to be going over doing a technical analysis for both SOS and as well as for EBON. And then afterwards, we're going to be going over the statement from the SEC that's going to be taking effect literally tomorrow on April the 22nd and can have an impact on some of the stocks we own on this channel and as well as SOS. And then after that, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. So let's get into the price action with Bitcoin. We're seeing that it's continuing to consolidate and actually just hold up support in that 54K area. It is definitely not moving the way we want it to move, but at the most part, what I'm looking for is definitely seeing it get back into that 56K area sometime this week or over the weekend and actually start testing around 57 to 58. I was expecting more of a move, but we didn't get that, but that's okay. Now, if we take a look at Ethereum, on the other hand, though, is definitely gaining some steam and momentum. It's looking a lot better than the last time when we took a look at it yesterday, and it does look like it's going to be outpacing Bitcoin come this weekend. So just be aware of that, be in the know of that, and that's good to know. And for Dogecoin, I must say it's doing a fairly good job building up support and consolidating in that low 30-cent range. I would definitely have a wait and see approach to see what happens, give it some more time to see what does it look like it's going to end up doing, because it still has that vulnerability of actually selling off even further, but I would not be surprised if it makes a move to the upside. Like I said, definitely having a wait and see approach to see how that moves, and I'll keep you guys updated. So let's get into those videos, and then after I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts afterwards. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for eBank International, ticker symbol EBON. So we ended up closing the day at $4.28, being up 2.88% on the day. So that is really good to see. So as far as the ranges, so you ended up seeing the low of $3.92, and we also ended up seeing a high of $4.36. So the fact that it was able to close at $4.28 was actually something that was really good to see from eBank. One of the things that we also need to be aware of, this is also an area of resistance. So if we can actually pick up a lot more momentum and get past it, like we saw, we could definitely get into this 450 level. We've been here before and so forth, so I don't want to see us reclaim it. Once we're able to actually gain some momentum and get past this area here, then we could definitely look forward to seeing a move getting to $5. You heard that correctly. Yes, it's been an area of resistance, as you can see, but at the same time, this is an area where we've also proven to have some support. So with some more momentum and more buying pressure, this would definitely get us above the 100-day and start getting in that $5 range. And I'd like to see some consolidation and some support being built back over there again. I'm looking forward to actually seeing this happen before the end of the month, but I could definitely see EBON getting to that $6 range within the next 2 to 3 months. Like I said, Bitcoin, Ethereum is pulling back and so forth, but at the same time, when the market does end up picking up and things start looking like, hey, we're recovering and it's looking bullish, then EBON is definitely one of those candidates that can benefit from this. So I want to see EBON reclaim back to that 100-day, but before we can even do that, we definitely have to get past this $5 level. Even if we take a look down here at the RSI, it's still around 48. So we want to see that continuing to rise so we can start seeing that bullish pattern come back again for EBON. But for the most part, from what I'm seeing, we already see it is on a downward trend. So we're just looking for a reversal at this point. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for SOS. So let's take a look at the overall performance on the day. So we ended up closing the day at $4.31, being down 0.23% on the day. As far as the ranges, it ended up testing $3.96, and it also ended up seeing a high of $4.53. So one of the things things that we want to take a look at is how well it was able to actually respect support. So we can see on that low at $3.96, this was actually good to see. I know I was saying before previously it'd be great to hold on that $4 level, but I must say we did a fairly good job actually holding that $4 level down, and the fact that we closed above $4.30 is actually not that bad, because remember we did close at $4.32. So we are respecting that area at that 430. So what I'll be looking for in regards to a move to the upside is seeing SOS get back to the 100-day over here, as you can see around here at this $4.77 level. Once it can get above that, I could definitely see some momentum going to 5 and then reclaiming back to here where we have the 200-day. But so far for now, the pattern is still looking fairly bearish, but I'm definitely looking forward for a reversal as this week progresses and before the end of the month here. So just knowing that and taking that into consideration, if it does decide to pull back and break this area of support right here around $4, the next level to look out for would be here, which we are definitely have seen before, around this $3.58 level. We want to see how well that would hold up. If that area did end up breaking, then the next level would be here around $3.15. So we need to get past that area of resistance, like you could see it clearly right here around this 450 level. And once we have a lot of momentum, we could start moving up and we could see this next level here close to around the 480s. So that's what I'm going to be looking for in regards to SOS. And just before we close this out, if we take a look at the RSI of currently where it's right where it is at fair value. But since we do have the 3-month 1-hour chart in front of us and we have the indicators, we do see that, hey, SOS is still at a cheap price where it's currently at, and we know the value and we know what we're holding. So there's no doubt in my mind SOS should be able to surpass the 100-day and the 200-day within the next 3 months at the most. So let's go over the public statement on fully paid lending from the SEC. So, staff statement on fully paid lending, Division of Trading and Market Staff. So this was put out on April the 16th, but it's going to be taking effect come tomorrow, and it's why I want to give you guys a heads up so you're aware. On October 22nd, 2020, Commission staff issued a no action letter regarding the broker-dealer customer protection rule. Exchange Act Rule 15C33 in relation to certain fully paid lending programs operated by some broker-dealers. Rule 15C3 3B3 require broker-dealers entering into agreements with their customers who lend the brokers dealers fully paid or excess margin securities to provide the security lenders with collateral that fully secures the loan. Staff's letter stated that the staff would not recommend enforcement action to the Commission regarding these programs for 6 months from issuance of the letter or until April 22nd, 2021 to give firms time to come up into compliance with the rule. Broker-dealers operating these programs should be mindful of the importance of complying with the requirements of Rule 15C33 and ensuring that retail investor funds receive the full protections afforded under the Security Investor Protection Act. To the extent that broker-dealers have questions about their programs, they are encouraged to reach out to and/or continue to engage with Commission staff regarding any questions. Now, we got to read the lower excerpt part because this is very key. This staff statement represents the views of the staff. It is not a rule, regulation, or statement of the Commission. The Commission has neither approved nor disapproved the content of this statement. This statement, like all staff statements, has no legal force or effect. It does not alter or amend applicable laws, and it creates no new or additional obligations to any person. So what does this mean? There's a post on Reddit that I'm going to be sharing with you guys that explains this perfectly. So here it is. Good news, shorts must cover. Okay, this is not only about SOS. This is every single damn other company who's heavily shorted and which their shares are still not covered by hedge funds or shorts. The SEC has told stockbrokers as of the 22nd of April they must have the capital on hand to cover every share they borrowed from investors. What does that mean? On April the 22nd, stockbrokers must have billions of capital to cover their share till the hedge funds pay them back for shorting every goddamn stock. or they have to recall the shares they lent and start squeezes on every heavily shorted stock. You guys might say, where did you get this from? What's your source? And then links what I just shared with you guys, which was the public statement. Great job actually explaining this and making it easy to understand, and it's why I wanted to share it. And why is this big? Because we already know what's going on with SOS. This stock has definitely been heavily shorted. There's high borrow fees as well. So what we want to see going into tomorrow is a possible squeeze. Does that mean it's going to happen? Hey, we're going to have to see. But at the same time, it does make things very, very interesting. But I do believe and have high conviction in the long-term prospects of SOS and as well as EBON. So hey, if we end up getting that squeeze tomorrow, great. But at the same time, I do know these plays will move up. That's the amount of conviction I have. And if you're a shareholder, you should be feeling exactly the same way. And make sure that you have realistic expectations so you're not being disappointed, or you're not being nervous, or you're not feeling as confident in the position that you're in. And in regards to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin, please make sure you keep these on your watch list, along with taking a look and keeping an eye on the other stocks inside the space. We've noticed, hey, there was quite a run up with the Morrow, the Riot. They weren't huge, but hey, they were definitely significant and they were noticeable, right? So just knowing that, being aware of that, we saw definitely a great move in the space today. SOS did not experience this, like I said, heavily manipulated. We also had a run up the day before as well. So just know about that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll talk soon.